Now, some challenges for you to write down. I'm going to go through them quickly now as we rush to a conclusion here in about 13 minutes. Here they are. You're going to have to write fast now. Here's number 1. Evaluate your performance, whether in communication, as a CEO, or at work. Here's what my dad said in a seminar, a phrase I wish he was here to deliver. But since he's not here, in his honor, I'll give his seminar in essence. Always do more than you're paid to do. Make an investment in your future. Some unions might disagree with that, but that's my dad's seminar in one sentence. Always do more than you're paid to do. Make an investment in your future. My dad was so unique. Dad used to say that if it's raining, you can't fix the roof. But if it's not raining, you don't need to fix it. He was a great man. Wow, that guy. So evaluate your performance, your language with your children. Just reflect and think, if I've been too harsh, too strong, or stubborn, should I learn to be more understanding, mix more compassion with the difficulties I have to deal with? Yes. Prayer will help sometimes, if nothing else, God, help me say the right thing so I don't mess everything up through bad communication. Here's the next item on my list. Face your fears. I don't know what challenges you may have and go over the things we've been dealing with in terms of adjusting your philosophy or going back and redoing some things that you may have messed up, but face all your fears. That's how you conquer them. Don't ignore them, just face them. Say, here's what I'm afraid of. What can I do to change that? Here's the next one. Exercise your willpower to change direction. You don't have to keep doing what you've done for the last 6 years if it's not bringing you the benefits you want. At the seminar I did for Jerry, my mentor, he helped me review the last 6 years so I wouldn't repeat those mistakes in the next 6. See, if you're a goose, you have no choice but to make the next 6 like you did the last 6. But if you're not a goose, here's what you can do. Choose a new destination and start heading in that direction. You might say, well, I've done this for the last 2 years, I'm going to have to do it for another 2. The answer is no, not in a million years. You can change a small degree at a time, or if you like, you can revolutionize everything. Who said you couldn't revolutionize everything in a week and start a whole new direction that will surely help you get to a whole new place in a year, 3 years, who knows, 5 years? Or you could get there using your willpower to start the process. Just will to change a little or change a lot. Anyone can change. You don't have to repeat last year. Correct the mistakes. Invest now in next year. It will make a difference. Here's the next important item. Parents have to do this. We ask our kids to do it, but we have to do it too. Admit your mistakes. Sometimes you have to admit them to others. Here are some of the best words in the English language. I'm sorry. The reason these are good words is because they can start a whole new relationship. Two people can start heading in a whole new direction. I'm sorry. Simple, easy, not easy, but if you can do it, the transformation can be dramatic. The early years can have a great return. And here's the big item. Admit your mistakes to yourself. You need to keep talking about them to everyone in the neighborhood, but it doesn't hurt to sit down and have a conversation with yourself and say, there's no point in kidding myself. Here's where I really am. I have pennies in my pocket and nothing in the bank. That's what I said after the Girl Scout left my door. I had a conversation with myself and said, I don't want this to happen anymore. Then refine your goals. I don't know what ambitions you've had so far, but this weekend would be a good time to start the process. We'll talk about our goals before our session ends this weekend. Maybe that will help you set some higher goals, seek a higher purpose, go beyond what you thought you could do. By the end of this weekend, you can multiply by 10 the amount of goals, purposes, and things you think you can accomplish. Here's the next one. Believe in yourself. Yes, you have to believe in God, and you need to believe in the community, and you need to believe in the possibilities. You need to believe in the economy. You need to believe that tomorrow can be better than today. But here's the big question. Believe in yourself. There is no skill you cannot learn. There is no discipline you cannot try. There is no class you cannot take. There is no book you cannot read. If it's written in another language, you just need to translate it and read it. Here's the next one. Ask for wisdom. This is communication from the highest source. Ask for wisdom that creates answers. Ask for wisdom that creates faith to believe that things are possible. In King Solomon's time, there was the dilemma of two mothers claiming the same baby, and the question was whose baby it was. This mother said it was hers. The other mother said it wasn't hers. Solomon said, "Bring me the baby." They brought the baby, and he raised his sword, said he would cut the baby in half and give one half to one mother and the other half to the other mother. And as he raised his sword weeping, the real mother said, "No, no, no, cut the baby in half. Give it to her who is not the real mother." Solomon said, "Now I know who the real mother is." See, this is so wise, and the moment was so dramatic, but Solomon, the wisest of the wise, knew what to do to solve the problem. Ask for the wisdom to deal with the challenges of today and tomorrow, to deal with the challenges your family brings. Don't wish it was easier, wish you were better. Here's the next one. Conserve your time. I need to learn how to do this. How much time do I have left? It's not an unlimited supply. How many of these weekends can I have? Not many, a handful. Sometimes we are deceived. Bill Bailey says the average person says, "I have 20 more years." No, Bill says you have 20 more times. If you fish once a year, you only have 20 more times to fish, not 20 years. It fools you. I have 20 years, no, 20 times. That puts things in perspective, 20 times. How many more seminars like this? Not just a few, just a few. So me and Mary stumble. Would I give you less than my best when I only have a few more to give? The answer is no, of course not. If you are a person of dignity and quality, you would not allow this to happen. Next, invest your profits. We'll talk about that before the weekend is over, about financial independence, and I'll give you some great advice. Here's one of the philosophies the Lord gave me along with Mary Kay. He said, "Profits are better than wages. Wages sustain you. Profits make you a fortune." Mary Kay and I agreed with that. We could start making a profit while making a living. Yes, I was excited. Here's another one. Protect your family. These are troubled times, not that they haven't been troubled times for 6,000 years in school. Troubled times? I know a wonderful mother and a wonderful father who had 2 boys in school. They went in 2 different directions, and one became a model citizen and the other went to jail. Protect your family as best you can from the hidden dangers of lurking evil. Next, live intensely. You may or may not increase. Are you going after this weekend for not investing more of yourself in everything you do? Be a little stronger, a little wiser. Increase your vitality contribution. Put everything you have into everything you do and then ask for more vitality, more strength, more vigor, more heart, more soul. Next, find your place. This one is so important now. If you just work at a job, find the best place where you can serve well, and they'll definitely ask you to fill a better place. And if you keep doing the job well, the guy will say, "Well, if I had a better job, I'd really put in the effort, but I have this horrible job, so I just relax." See, that's the philosophy of disaster. So if you have a bad job, do the best you can. That's your best way out. Not doing less than you could, but doing the best you can. With this philosophy, your life can take great leaps forward. Here is a Bible phrase that says, if you work on your gifts, they will make a way for you. They will create a place for. Next, demand integrity from yourself. You cannot demand integrity from another person. Integrity is like loyalty. You can't demand it from someone else. You can only demand it from yourself. Be the best example of loyalty and you will have loyal followers. Be the best example of integrity and you will have people around you who have integrity. Lead by example. Next, welcome the disciplines. Can I give better advice than this? Because disciplines create reality. Disciplines build bridges, build cities. A well-disciplined activity creates abundance, creates uniqueness, productivity. Next, fight for what's right. It's a fight we're in, says the storyteller, and there was a great war in heaven. Wow. I mean, back there? Yes, a third of the angels conspired. I asked Bill Bailey how long he thought it took for a third of those angels to get together. Did they have meetings? No, Bailey says the storyteller doesn't say. I said, then we should use our imagination. I don't know, he said, but it says that finally the great war took place and the 2/3 prevailed and the third lost. One of the writers of the later scriptures, here is what he said. I fought a good fight. See, that's extraordinary to be able to say, I fought for my children, I fought for what was right, I fought for my good health, I fought to protect my company, and I fought for a good career that would bless my family. I fought a good fight. It's good to fight the advance. The opposites are in conflict and we're in the middle. And if you want something valuable, you have to fight for it. So this writer also said, not only did I fight a good fight, and I'll end with that, and I have a much longer list, but maybe I can cover those another time. He said, I fought a good fight and kept the faith. See, that's what matters. Keeping the faith with your family, fighting like crazy and keeping the faith, fighting the enemy and keeping the faith, fighting the disease and keeping the faith, fighting evil and keeping the faith. I can't give you better advice than that. So, thank you very much for your attention and see you soon.